What's up, everyone? This is Gamin King. Now, this video is going to be talking for the most part about, well, you probably guessed it if you read the title, romance. Now, here's the thing. The next games I'm going to focus on are games that nail not necessarily what happens after a relationship has been gained for a while, but instead, it's going to focus largely on the chase, dating and stuff like that, the early phases, basically. Those games are Persona. I don't know if you played them. I know I've played them too much. These games nail that kind of stuff, but there's also another game to talk about in that same instant. Although they don't do the chase quite as well as Persona, to be technical, and that's Agarest War. Now, whether you like Agarest War or not, let me just tell you this much. That game's biggest focus point is the romance. For good reasons. Very good reasons. Now, here's the thing. These games nail it in a very different way than most any other game you'll find. Instead of focusing on, the more intimate, or as a 90s person would say, the nasty, they focus on the dating, the getting to know someone, trying to get them to fall for you stuff. Basically, the stuff that leads up into that. Now, here's the thing. Personally, I like these versions a little bit better than Mass Effect, just a little bit, but that's a personal preference matter. Now, when it comes down to it, these things don't sound like they should matter, especially when you think about it, video games aren't meant to be realistic, technically. True, that is true. But at the same time, taking inspiration from what the real world offers can enhance a game's believability or even its way of drawing out emotions from the actual player. For example, if you want to make someone go, "Aww," you have to attach it with some kind of a sweet moment or a character building moment that kind of makes you either feel for that character in a sympathetic way or an empathetic way. You have to trigger something to get it to happen. Now, these games, Persona 5, Persona 4, so many Persona games, and a couple of the moments in Agarest War do an acceptable job of that. But to be fair, though, they also kind of end once you've gotten the relationship, really. Same thing with Persona 5. Once you get halfway, by that point, you've maxed out the relationship. You've pretty much seen every single date scene in the entire game by then. Every date scene. Which means now it's all up to the game's setup events to keep it going, to keep progressing the relationship, or to continue to add these moments in. That's the problem, though. They're in Persona 5. I've played it almost 10 times, through and through. I've experienced almost every single relationship in all of those 10 times. I think, I'm missing 2 characters at most. 2. Yeah, aside from the Valentine's and the Christmas event, that's it. That is it. That's where all you had. Now, maybe Royal adds something. Maybe. I doubt. I press X to doubt it a lot. But maybe. Here's the thing, though. That's just kind of it. And that's the problem with it, is that that's where that ends. All those touchy moments, from my knowledge, end there. Why? That kind of sucks. And it also doesn't help that there are some odd decisions in the cutscenes. What romance you picked doesn't reflect in anything, aside from in gameplay and specific cutscenes. Not all of them. Not even half of them. It doesn't matter if you romanced one of your teammates, even. That has no impact on the cutscene, which raises questions. Lots of them. For the most part, it makes no sense to really have these moments and then have them all cut off and have awkward moments in the cutscenes where you're kind of like, so did my romance choice not matter at all? Was it pointless? I will say this much. Maybe there's something in Royal that changes that. I doubt, but maybe. This has been Gamin King. I hope to see you next time. See you all.